the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool. As a collective. Without you, this doesn't work. Aries, week commencing 26th of July 2021. So, Spirit giving me a very old song for you. Not sure what they're trying to tell us with the song. It's Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Now I know at some point she gets in a locker. So whether you've got yourself into a situation where you don't feel confident enough to show yourself as you are, I don't know. We shall see what comes up with the song. That can be part of the read or separate to the read. So what does Aries need to know? Spirit, please. 26th of July, week commencing. Quite important because you're the second pile and you're the second card, so two may be important. So you have nothing can grow in barren lands. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, somebody turning their back on someone. The eagle soaring high above the clouds, seeing the bigger picture. Somebody's seen a glimpse of the future and they don't like it. Female energy. It's also connected to the military. 31st of May in US and 11th of November in UK. It's lack of abundance, lack of fertility, nothing there at all. Empty vessel. Those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. It's arguments with any female, really. Confusion. Torn between what you want to do and what you should do. Two properties, two people, two situations, two jobs. There's two people born 1970 plus or minus 12 mentioned here, and a cancer. It can be when you have to be in more than one place at once. Looking after elderly parents, picking up grandkids, etc. Stretching yourself a bit too thin. A path of blood and tears. If you're going to go to all this bother, you might as well do what you want to do rather than what you should do. Those born on the 18th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. It's confusion. Somebody walking away from any sort of argument. There's blood on the sword. Somebody likes causing trouble and is quite prepared to win at any cost. They're not bothered about being happy, they just want to win. 5 weeks is mentioned. You may be cutting your nose off to spite your face. Holding on too tightly. Greed. control, the old way of doing things, the outcome of a situation. 4 years. Stifling people, smothering people. What you resist persists. The more you try and hold on to something, the less chance you have of keeping it. Trapped in a mental prison, making obstacles for yourself. Unable to release yourself, or feeling not wanting to release yourself from a situation. In denial. 8 weeks is mentioned. Sagittarius energy, there is a Leo and Scorpio also mentioned. Addictions to a way of life, alcohol, drugs, gambling, shopaholic, alcoholic. It's somebody who needs to learn a lesson, somebody being put through a trial. It's about weight gain and impatience. Sagittarius energy. As one of the 14th living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. You need to be your own boss in more ways than one. Avoid being stubborn. If you take care of yourself and have some self-esteem without being big-headed, you will succeed. But right now, you're not, because you're carrying a very heavy burden. So this burden may be an addiction. Nothing in the garden is rosy at the minute. Where you are is stagnant. Nothing can grow in barren lands. Lack of abundance, impatience, feeling trapped. Stubbornness. And if you're a male married to a female, there is discord in the relationship. The divine feminine has turned her back on the situation. Yep. An over-emotional female, or you will think it. Perhaps somebody who drinks. Oops. Perhaps somebody who doesn't love themselves enough. So maybe that's the problem. Somebody's always putting others first. This matter needs to be settled once and for all. It's described as a toothache patched up when an extraction was required. Could be a medical issue, but something needs to be raised to the ground so that you can begin again. Like I said, it could be a medical issue. Those born on the 20th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Christmas could be important. You do not see a way out. You're stuck in stormy waters, 5 to 6 weeks. Yeah, there's been a separation here between you and someone you're bonded with. There's no commitment there, but it is a separation. 2 months. Leo energy, or those born this year, -12 recurring. The ox. It's a beast of burden. You're carrying that burden. You are strong enough. But you may have to battle your inner and outer demons and struggle with a Leo. I was born on the 8th or the 26th, which is today, living or past, date for your diary and address of any month. Positive energy. House move perhaps, or problems, impatience within the home and family unit. The foundations. Yep, there she is again. The female mother energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, cusper possibly. Not happy, not enough money, unreliable, unpredictable, possibly someone in uniform, possibly somebody born 1959 plus or minus 12 February to February. Somebody who is not happy, not feeling secure. and not listening to spirit, in a dark place, because there's secrets being kept. This can sometimes be someone jilted at the altar, somebody goes down the aisle without a dad, somebody who's a widow. It's the psychic, the tarot reader, the medium, the internet with this one, because we've got the spider. Not speaking your truth. Be very careful what goes in your mouth, as in diet, medication, etc., and what comes out your mouth, as in words written or spoken. I was born on the 2nd or the 29th. This is a negative situation. No communication, someone's been blocked. Possibly a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn child, or bad news arriving. Problems with money, career, finance. Somebody is single, or will be, needs to stand on their own 2 feet. This person's quite capable of doing so. 9 years. Somebody's giving up. They've had enough. They're settling this situation and ending it. They're sick of being spied on. Again, those born 1959, plus or minus 12, February to February. Excuse me, may be involved. Somebody's putting blockages in your way. You're not seeing things clearly. Maybe travel, children. Leo, again, is mentioned. Involved in this situation. It's negative energy. Those born on the 19th, living or past. Date for your diary and address. Massively important. Conflict, competition. Bloody hell, you've got a week of it, haven't you? Bickering. 3 people born 1988, plus or minus 12, February to February, may be involved. Missed opportunities of a new home, a new career, new money, because you refused to walk through that doorway. Juggling too many things, trying to do too much by yourself without asking for help. 2 years. It's time to stop worrying about what other people think. That, some say the Fool is the Aries, those born on the 22nd, living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. You have to follow your dream. Follow the Rainbow Bridge. This is my Dick Whittington card, if you remember. He believed that the streets of London were paved with gold. So he left the village with everybody laughing at him behind his back, saying, oh, you'll be back, you're a fool, this, that and the other. He gets to London and realises, actually, the streets of London aren't paved with gold. I am a fool. But instead of going back and letting them laugh in his face, he thought, sod it, I'll carry on anyway, and became the Lord Mayor of London. So you will have the last laugh. There is no apology or communication coming your way. Something has stopped dead in its tracks. Something is over, dead, buried. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. Somebody's had enough. Maybe a passing. If it is a passing, it will release you to be able to start a new journey in your life. 10 weeks. Follow your true north. Yeah, there's lack of financial support. Somebody's been lying, deceiving, thieving, perhaps for a very long time. We've found out, doing it in broad daylight. There is love, but it's external to the home. There's a lying deceiver, somebody who's feigns loyalty, friendship and love, a Leo or someone born 1962, plus or minus 12, February to February. Someone very familiar to you. Someone's brought disgrace to the door. There could be actual fires. There's no love in this situation whatsoever. There is hope though. If you feel the fear, then take that leap of faith. Be your true self. Commitment is important here. What is it that you're prepared to commit yourself to? Somebody, a female, is mourning the loss of someone or something, but they're getting over it. Yeah, the number 2 I said, didn't I, is very important. Someone is being very selective about who they let sip from their cup, be it financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is. Don't give away more than you can afford to lose, and nor should you expect others to do that either. It's time to take a risk and come to the edge. You're between two worlds. Do you want to exist or do you want to live? It's time to look after yourself and start living. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. You have to imagine what your future could be like, because everything that is here and exists began as a thought. Somebody, there's a cheater there, wants to go the distance, but someone else is constantly moving the finish line. Somebody's not playing fair, wants to win no matter what. You have to be ready for everything, anything. Be poised, be alert, be aware, prepare. You are strong enough to get through this. This is my Gloria Gaynor card. I will survive. Mother energy. A land of milk and honey at the end of the rainbow. But you have to be flexible. Don't be stubborn. Because all that glitters is not gold. So don't judge a book by its cover. And don't go for the big payoff. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Somebody may try to influence you with finances, or you're influencing yourself with finances. Uranus. Some of us are ruled by Uranus. The number 9. And it's the Tower. Those born on the 16th, living our past. Leave your diary and address. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except a genius. Oscar may be important. This is a sudden bolt of surprise that causes chaos. Uranus is the great awakener. It's here to wake you up, smack you in the face. According to myth, out of chaos are made 2 expressions of deities, Gaia Mother and Father Earth. There's Gaia Mother, and you are Father Earth. Where are you? Mother and Father. So Mother and Father may be in spirit. As a higher octave of Mercury, Uranus arrives to break the rules and smash established structures. It is the planet of not only genius but also intuition, which gives you a sudden flash, a bolt from the blue, which is our little friend, the Fool. To wake you up to what should be. It acts like lightning, seemingly out of nowhere. Uranus is the revolutionary planet, opening up channels to the higher mind and bringing about necessary changes which can no longer be resisted. The great humanitarian Uranus is not really personal, and its viewpoint is one that is detached and unemotional. It symbolises the one who doesn't really need a partner, somebody who can stand on their own 2 feet, but is friend and soulmate to everyone. Those under the influence of Uranus are objective just enough to derive reliable insight into other people's motivations, so somebody may know you very, very well. These types tend to be brainy and cool, and such detachment is needed when everything is about to be turned upside down. Another very important element of Uranus is its link to technological advances and how the future is going to look and be. When Uranus card comes up in a reading, there will be jolts and surprises in regards to your question or focus. After all, Uranus is the upstart planet, so there won't be a smooth ride here. You can anticipate matters turning rather eccentric, if not shocking, and not in the way you expect. So don't look upon these manifestations as wrong for you. Instead, you've got to go with the flow and see how life becomes transformed in ways not exactly as you'd planned or predicted, but far better. You may feel excitable or nervous at present, especially when it comes to things you are currently focusing on. It may seem as if everything is speeded up, even forced against your will, but it's not a good idea to resist this. The best approach is to entertain the possibility of what you are about to learn. You can anticipate this change to be liberating, offering a new course or path. Since Uranus is the planet of technology, you may find yourself having to master a new tool, a machine or a computer, or even jobs involving the internet. Since Uranus is the planet of air, storms and lightning, anything having to do with flight, messages carried via the air, electrical energies will be a major part of it. Phones, television sets, computers, artificial intelligence and bionics may figure in, so don't forget about the fires. Your surroundings may start exhibiting electrical malfunctions, and it's important to pay close attention to the wiring of your home or office. It is also important to point out the connection between Uranus and alternative forms of sexuality and gender identity. In fact, Victorian England, homosexuals and transgender people were referred to as Uranians. Therefore, you might find yourself among people with alternative viewpoints, sexuality, and sometimes people of a different class or background. All in all, this card means your life is about to be changed in big ways rather than small ones. The Uranus card says go with it and see what happens. There will be rapid changes, shocks, jolts, sudden transformations, the unexpected, revolutions, government overthrows, rebellions, bucking against authority, turbulence, and upset in the usual patterns, unpredictability, being knocked off balance, relocation, feeling shattered, being erratic, not staying on course, innovation, originality, novelty, the taboo, the sense of being different, going against the status quo and the counterculture, the avant-garde, alienation from your peer group, estrangement, autism, genius, intuition, intelligence, ingenuity, innovation, bolts of insight, a leap in consciousness, acts of discovery, computers, the World Wide Web, brotherhood and sisterhood, homosexuality, bisexuality, transgender people, skies, lightning, thunder and stormy weather, pewter, electric blue, oddballs, nerds, science, physics, electromagnetism, research, technology, robots, science fiction and flight, space travel, planets, outer space, UFOs, aliens and foreigners. The Tower moment. Change, revolution, shocks, genius, technology, alternative lifestyles. So be ready for everything and be prepared, because it looks like you're going to get a whole new beginning. Thanks for listening.